Hello, Divine Feminine. How are you? I hope you are doing well. I have been very much enjoying the weather lately. I've been super busy and working really hard at the same time. Working hard, playing hard. So let's get to, and my house is still under construction, so that was an interesting little shuffle, and that is an interesting card. Raccoon, horse, and earthworm. Wow. Eagle again on the bottom. Ever since I sat down, super high level energy coming through. Oh. Okay. I guess I shouldn't have that sitting there. I'm trying to get this to be vertical, and yet it's not the best angle. So there's shadow here, and the earthworm can't see, hear, smell, taste, or touch. And so the earthworm relies on vibration alone. And I have been getting very strong like vibrations between you guys for a little while. Let's see what we get. I see Page of Cups on the bottom. I'm going to turn on the other light. And let's shut this. Let's see what we get here. Wow. Cool. Ace of Cups and King of Wands reversed. Queen of Cups reversed. Three of Cups, King of Wands. Hangman, Knight of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Chariot. Oh, the Nine of Wands and Empress reversed. Which on the back of that card, there's kind of like an explosion that's happened, a bomb that's gone off. We have the Justice here, reversed. Fool, Six of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Three of Pentacles, Tower, Knight of Swords. Yep. So they're readying themselves to make an approach to you. Three of Wands here. In fact, it feels very quick. I'm getting a super fast energy here. Ace of Swords, Six of Swords reversed, Nine of Swords, Chariot, which is, we had 6 and 9, and then Chariot, which is Cancer, which is, that's the symbol for Chariot. Interesting. Usually by this time of the day they're done, but not today. Strength reversed. That one has the Devil on it. King of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. I feel like that's those cards right there are the readings I've been doing for a little while here. And Spirit, I'd really like to know the future and what's to come. Can we do that? Magician, Moon, Judgment, Lovers, Justice. All right, let's go. Five of Cups, 10 of Wands, Two of Pentacles, King of Swords, Four of Swords. Is this about Divine Masculine? Okay. Seven of Cups, High Priestess, Ace of Cups reversed. Oh my gosh. Hierophant reversed. Not the reading I was expecting. Okay. Temperance. Death again. And the Ten of Pentacles reversed. What is this? Star. Okay. I get it. Don't lose hope. Judgment. Hanged Man reversed. Okay. Queen of Cups. For those of you that have been waiting for something to be revealed, to move forward, not even necessarily with the masculine. We're going to get there with him. Don't lose hope. Because right now you're thinking, what's actually coming to mind is like, I should just cut my losses and move on. Something like that. Like, I can't. I mean, this is a really fascinating set of cards. I'm going to tell you that much. So they want me to ask, I just saw Loyal Heart twice, Into the Sea. Why did you fight this fight? Why did you hold out hope? Why did you believe in the unseen? So we have 2 death cards now. Change in the Wind, which is the card that they were showing to me. Flexible. Things may not turn out exactly like you hope, but there are going to be fair. And if fairness is what you wanted in this situation, and if justice is served, and if, okay, for those of you that are vibing with this reading, you had to make a decision kind of blind, is the way that they're saying it. Why and building blocks. Got it. Go the distance and chop wood and mending. Poised. Got it. So I think for some of you, this is a family issue. Probably a lot of you, this has to involve family. Some it could involve money. Some it could involve inheritance. Some it could involve like a mother and a father almost, but those are not the cards in the tarot, but that's what it feels like to me. So there's an important thing that binds you two together, and that's what Spirit wants to talk about. There's a binding here that has happened. It already was. It didn't happen, but it, like, they're showing me like the cream rises to the top. I don't even know what that is. Is it when you make butter? I don't know. Maybe it's when you have milk, but that's what they're saying. And it's like, it's a weird analogy. It's a weird situation. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you've both had to kind of almost like you had to run marathons carrying like the weight of the world on your shoulders. And I think if somebody was looking from the outside, they would be like, that doesn't make any sense. Nobody would let you do that. Nobody does that. Nobody could handle that. And yet you have, and you did. And maybe you did have a little bit of help here. For some reason, it was very important for you to kind of stand in your power, in your, like they're showing me this card in particular, like, so there's like a granite person here and a granite person here, and be very, very like, stick to your guns, like very set in stone, set in your ways. This is now, we have another kind of almost granite looking person here, and the card says flexible, and it's a card 19. And card 19 in the tarot is right before Judgment Day. And I feel like something is going to occur or is occurring quite soon that is the answer to this question. So it says a personal issue reaches resolution. Your dreams need a practical plan. So that's Cancer, we saw the Chariot. Taurus, we have the Hierophant. What do you need to release? I think this is actually what the raccoon and this flexible and this Four of Swords cards are talking about, and even the Star. Look at prosperity lies ahead, another Taurus. So we're gonna get there, hold on. A time for healing. So, through this Herculean effort you have made, I think you found a strength that shocked yourself and everyone else. And I think it like elevated your, like we have the eagle, but he almost looks like he's landing on the sun. So the sun is a very important card in the tarot, and this particular card always reminds me of it. It's the truth. It's the light. It's the happiest card in the deck. I think you had to face fears. So we have Scorpio, North Node, which is in Aries. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. So that's during Aquarius season. It's time to take action, new moon in Aries. And the answers you need are coming. 2 Gemini cards in a row. Full moon and new moon. And it's time to breathe out. Nothing is yet set in stone. That's crazy. A new romantic cycle begins. You're very close to achieving your goal. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. End of a tough cycle approaches. Show the world the real you. Look at, that's what I was looking for. You are good enough. Luck is on your side, and your hard work is paying off. As I stated before, and in all of the times I've used these cards, we've gotten the Libra card. Here we got luck is on your side, which is a Sagittarian card. So I don't want to say victory or win, but I do want to say fairness. There is what is fair here. My interpretation of these cards feels positive. Whatever this situation needed to deliver to you, it is going to serve you on such a high level that I feel like this situation was, and I hate to say it, a soul contract, because what I see is like, yeah, maybe someone or a group of people or a job did you wrong and was not fair. But when you have new moon in Scorpio, North Node, full moon in Leo, those are really super powerful cards. And then you have 2 Taurus cards, right? Opposite of Scorpio. On the external, it may have looked like you were working super hard for something you were putting in tremendous effort, because I think people saw you doing this and knew what the situation was and expected fairness. And I don't think that's what you got. I think you got an opportunity to heal a part of you that had been wounded for a long time, maybe lifetimes. And now you're going to feel the end of the finish line, and you are the winner. Like, they're showing me gold medal for sure. Does that mean victory? Does that mean you win? Does that mean, I don't know. I think it's going to be different in each scenario. What I do feel like is, if it is about money or property or inheritance or value, that, let me get really clear on it. I'm gonna draw some more cards. Because that Death reversed with the Ten of Pentacles reversed is a really interesting combination, right? What I feel like it's telling me is the victory is commensurate. Oh, I just saw Gemini. The victory is commensurate to the level you are able to transform yourself. The ability for you to be in the shadow. Aries, I am. Neptune, sacrifice. Void of course, moon. Second house, owning. Revolution. Wow. Again, Taurus, I have. Virgo, I analyze. First house, the body. Huh. Cancer, 8th house, endings and beginnings. Saturn return, age. There's a lot here about, it's very much the same, like we have Grand Cross, Provoker, and Mercury retrograde reinvention. And I think this particular Mercury retrograde is going to be very intense in communication especially. But there's also, when you value your life in yourself, in your own ability to control yourself, and I think that the masculine is seeing this in you, and that's why it's coming up, because you're providing a very strong sounding board for him to see someone stepping into their power. Remember, you always go first. And so this energy is very, very dense. And if you felt quite confused and like your analytical mind, I'm sorry about that, has been trouble making sense of things, that's kind of on purpose, right? Because it's our analytical mind that tethers us to the past and that uses the past to predict the future. And that's how we create cycles. But we don't want cycles anymore. We want to be like born anew, right? In a weird way, that's kind of why death and the first house are somewhat the same. And it's a very strange thing to say, but you can't continue to be the same person you were, right? All these cards, lunar eclipse, first house, Saturn return, Virgo, Taurus. It's like what you are and what you have, fundamentally, what you own, has to basically be sacrificed in order for you to have this revolution. And to reinvent yourself. And you're like, why do I need to reinvent myself? Well, that's what this entire journey has been about, right? And what they're telling me is, when this is done, you're not going to need to worry all the time. You're going to know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, like, you're in charge of you, you're empowered, you're going to speak your mind. And why? Because you know that you're the one that you answer to. Kisses, the Chaser, Death card, Palm Tree, Self-indulgence, not good enough, not enough, Hand of Cards, Phoenix, Girl with Snake, Wedding Rings, State, Heart with Key, Ascending, Clock. There may have been boundaries here, Twin Flames, Keys on a Ring, and Paradise, Upright. Talking, Cassette, Boat, Addiction. You see how Cassette's in reverse? That's because the cycle is broken. You're gonna break this cycle. The cycle that was keeping you apart, the cycle that was keeping you separated, the cycle that was keeping you from ascending, believing you were not enough, being a victim, thinking someone else was in charge of your heart. So, in a weird way, there's this time element here that seems to be set apart from the rest. So I always talk about how there isn't any time, like with Twin Flames, they're soul-based, so they're beyond time. But there is time affecting the rest of the people in their life and the rest of their life. And, you know, as we saw, Saturn came up with age on it. We still live in a physical body. And there does seem to be a big question mark here. You have the Phoenix and the Butterfly in reverse and the Palm Tree. And there seems to be a question of, like, even with all of this work, even with all of this, can this actually become something truly stable, true happiness, true expansion, true joy, true oneness? Can we really have this? There is a question here of what has to be sacrificed. Is the sacrifice, you know, as Minnow Pond says, is the juice worth the squeeze? I'm sure many other readers say it too, but like, if I'm going to give up my whole life that I built, which you might not have to do that. Some of you may and some of you might not. But if there is a marriage or a family or something here where one or both of you are asking, if I'm going to give this all up, what is it exactly that you can commit to? What is it exactly that you're offering? What is it? Because I've been manipulated before by you. This is you. And I'm really valuing my time, even if we are twin flames, and even if I know you are this, you know, idyllic part of my experience in a way that, see, it says cycles on this card. You're not going to choose cycles anymore. I can feel that coming through this. It's like there is a very empowered energy coming through this reading. And it's strange because I always read the feminine over here and I always read the masculine over here. But right now, this feels more like the feminine. And the feminine feels very awoken to her potential power or her embodied power. And that's why I think we got the body in those cards, because part of this is like that marriage between the body and the mind and the soul. You know, there are many, many ways religion and philosophy and occult practices define the Trinity. And, you know, you have to come to your own understanding of the Trinity. But there's a very pressing desire here. I feel like I said something important that I forgot. They're showing me this triangle. He wants to spend time with you. Very much. There is a strong desire here to see you again, to experience you again, and it's like, this is not what this card means, but this is what they're giving me. It's like, it says, take a chance, risk, being strategic, options, not showing hand, gambling. But what they are telling me is like, that's how he was in the past. It was always smoke and mirrors, or not telling you everything, or like something would happen and then he'd tell you a fact that he left out before, or even to the point of lying, I'm getting. But now, no, that's not the way it's going to be. And I think that's because you just won't have it. Like, I think your energy frequency is just like, you're like, it's cards on the table, or no, I'm not playing. That's how it feels to me. Because you value, it's like they keep saying the weirdest stuff. It's like you value your embodied time. It's not like you don't value your time as a soul, but you're like, this, oh, I'm sorry, somebody's crying. I feel like that's the masculine crying outside. Oh man, baby. I feel like there's a point coming up. I can see the peacock just sticking its head out right here, and just the feathers. It's just like, I'm just getting such funny images in my head. Okay, but you know, if there's a baby right here with the key, which is the Chiron, which is retrograde now. Like, I think you're looking back at the healing you've done and you are like astounded and amazed at how far you've come. I hope so. Because what a freaking journey. You know, my God. But also you're like, if I could withstand that, I could definitely be without you. I can definitely, you know, make myself happy. Courage. Bring it into form. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Discover your purpose. So there we are. Cycles. Take off your mask. I think you're creating an entirely new cycle that is so, that's the card I saw while I was shuffling. Look at family and tribe cycle. I think if you're creating an entirely new cycle that is so magnificent, it's so much better than where you've come from, that I think people, you're not doing it for this, but I think it's going to astound people. And who cares, because, you know, you're going to be happy. But you can sense it if this is for you, and your masculine can sense it too. And he feels you leaving him behind. And I'm not saying that in a scary way. I'm just saying it's truth, because I feel like there's just a super strong feeling like you're like, if not now, when? I have wanted to be this expanded version of myself. And like I say beautiful, but I mean like in a shining your light way, not physical, but that will come too, because that's what happens when you allow your light to shine, right? When you're authentic, and when you're, look at, unleash your creativity. And you see the robot next to her? That's how everybody is going to feel. Like you're going to, what's the word you're using? It's just going to be such an extreme trajectory, parabolic. I don't know what that means. And here we have, how teachable are you? And see, she has a violin. And it's like, see, look, in this, there's a clock right there over her shoulder. And I think, and look, the next card, that's crazy. There's a clock. You're very aware of the passage of time right now. And and that's Saturn's influence, right? On Pisces, just very aware that if not now, when? And there's just this like, what the F am I waiting for? Like, what am I waiting for to feel this? To just be like, maybe it's not the most epic, you know, dream in the world, but it's my dream, and it's my life, and it's my light, and I'm going to shine it and live it the way that I want. I love when spirit comes through like this. And I asked for the masculine, but this is what he's saying. And I'm getting so strongly that this is him hiding in the shadow, but watching and waiting. And like, you're this horse that's just very third eye lit up. And it can be both of you, you know. You can both be playing these roles to each other, but it's a really expansive energy, and anyone that's not on board, I'm not saying you're going to be like mean. I'm just saying you're going to be like, this is who I am, and this is where I'm going, and if you don't want to come, then you stay where you are, and I'll see you later. The hole in the soul kind of gets me because it comes right under self-love. And I feel like there could be, this is not a scary thing at all, but it's like, when we let go of limitations, it's very normal to have those people kind of, if there's any remnants left in the subconscious, to have them pop up and be like, well, what about this? Or why, you know, to have someone kind of tell you, remind you, well, you failed before, or you, look at grandmother. That's a positive card, but it's very interesting that I feel like there could be people that try to evoke a little bit of memory in you. And we say, oh yeah, it's because they care about you, but is it? Yeah, I saw these two towers in this card. The end cards have been so interesting. And it's like they want to remind you that, look at, fill up your well, trust the niggle, unbound. I think I said that, in Sisterhood of the Rose. It's like, you're already doing this. This is not you become an entirely different person. But it is, right? Like, it's you not holding back yourself. It's you not allowing the fear that you might fail, that the fear of, that, like, it's saying, what are you clinging on to? The masculine has been clinging on to, I think it's somebody here. And I'm so sick of third-party readings. I'm definitely not going to do it, but it feels like he's clinging on to some idea of somebody. And you may be too. You may be clinging on to the idea of somebody. Like, I feel like because he wasn't doing this before I started, and they're doing electricity, so I don't know what the hell they're doing down there, but this might be like indicative of how much work, you know, you've done, and how much there is to do still. There may be more work to do. And transformation. So I think that's the 5th death card. We had that the other day too. Manifestation, soul writing, inner voice, ask your soul, wellness. Again with the body, very interesting. And then soul tree and channeling, grounding, and light beings. So 2 trees here. You know, trees aren't the most flexible things. And that seemed to be a theme in here. It's like when I was talking about the violin, I got sidetracked. They're bringing it up again. So it's like, you may have always, let's use the violin as a dream, right? You may have always dreamed of playing the violin. And then let's say now you're 40 and you're like, I can't play the violin. You have to learn that, you know, when you're 5 or 8 or 10 or whatever it is that you learn it at. And what they're kind of saying is, it's like, are you doing that to like meet somebody else's needs or expectations? Or are you doing it for yourself? And if you're doing it for yourself, then you've got to like dance with your own soul. And like, look at this bottom row. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. And we have soul writing. The crumbling, what are you clinging to? Mirror, who or what is triggering you? And dance, do something to shift your vibration. Right, these are powerful energies here. Very powerful energies. And again, we have it with this cycling, right? You're gonna have to break that cycle. And in a weird way, they're saying breaking that cycle is kind of like breaking the mirror. Now, I always talk about the reverse polarity mirror here, that you come closer to the center, right? That's how union happens. Oh my God, this is a really good reading. Otherwise I would shut this off. But, you know, here's the thing. The earth is made in polarity, right? This 3D reality is made in polarity. Everything in this reality is polarity. The soul is source, energy. It is not polarity. It is just pure energy, pure love. And when you get to the center, which is union of this reverse polarity, you know, journey, you've integrated all your feminine, you've integrated all of your masculine, and now you're at the center where You're completely self-validated, whole and complete, and you don't need anybody else to tell you that you are love, you are light, you are source. You know, this is the way I see it. Now, this seems to be indicating that this is a massive step forward to that. Whenever I'm talking, and you can see, we have this card of the mirror here. And they're actually, she's reaching to the mirror, right? And the image is reaching back. Whenever I have something really important to say, I get very interrupted. And there's a lot of kind of forces that come in, and I honestly think that this is a very, and it's interesting because, you know, there's two hands almost touching there. There's two hands touching there. And it's a lot of light. And here there's two hands open, but there's the voices in between. So you need to listen to what's coming up inside for you. It's important for you to understand that you are being guided, right? So he says, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity, come out of the cave, persecution, expression, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers, and then a life's work, not a season, get off the treadmill, right? So I think that the treadmill is another word for cycle here, right? The belt just goes round and round and round and round. And there's been this word for a while. It's kind of been haunting me. I'm bringing it up now. So in reference to AI, they talk about the singularity. And how, you know, a lot of people talked about how when AI came, it changed the way that psychics could use basically the Akashic record. Because I don't believe in timelines, but people may say that word. And so they're saying like the singularity is basically when the hands touch. Whew, big energy. Okay. It's like when enough twin flames have that hand touching moment. Not sure exactly why that's the moment, but it's like it's a metaphor for like reaching the center polarity that will dramatically shift like our planet, because it's such a high frequency. And that's what they're talking about with the trajectory. Like the trajectory is going to be like kind of nothing you've ever seen before. And I think we can already sense that it's happening, honestly, because really unexpected things have happened, right, in the world stage. And I mean, they weren't entirely unexpected to a lot of astrologers, but it's like all of the sudden we're in a completely different reality, right? Wink, wink. And it's not a reality that anyone would have, quote unquote, voted for. I don't know. I'm not a political person, so I don't want to talk about politics, but they are referencing the fact that the feminine being involved is very important right now. That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, so let's see what they want us to do. And I am interested, kind of, why did this Five of Cups come up first? Can I have more information on that? Okay, let's see. Why did this Five of Cups come up first? Is that the masculine? Yes, okay. Why are so many backs turned also? I don't really understand that. It's like all backs turned. I think you felt, wow, in a lot of ways that people have turned their backs on you. Oh, he's seeing how valuable you are. You look very valuable right now. Spirit's helping you with this, which is lovely. 8-8. 8-8. Interesting, huh? Interesting. You have a portal coming up. He's aware of the portal. Okay. So he's not completely above manipulating things. That's my take on that. Okay. So we got 5 of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, Knight of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, Page of Cups. You're making him really want to come towards you, but he doesn't really know. Looky, looky. Look what we have. Justice reversed, the Devil, the Fool, the 4 of Swords again, the 2 of Cups, and 10 of Wands again. I don't understand why it's Justice reversed, Spirit. Oh, okay. He's gonna make wrongs right. Okay. Oh, Magician reversed with the Knight of Pentacles. It's such a very interesting energy. So then we have 9 of Wands, 5 of Wands, Wheel of Fortune upright, 8 of Cups, and Queen of Cups. With the 4 of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, the Magician reversed, and the 10 of Pentacles, again, this time upright. I mean, he just wants to give you a gift. He wants to give you, like, an object. Ugh. The Wheel of Fortune with the Magician and Knight of Pentacles with 4 of Wands is like the most beautiful energy. I wish the Magician was upright. He just doesn't have it yet. Like, he's trying to empower this energy, and you're helping him do that. But he will get it. It's actually your vulnerability and ability to communicate your vulnerability that is kind of getting him over this hurdle. 9 of Pentacles. He just really misses you and he's sick of waiting. He just doesn't want to come to you with nothing. And it's interesting because in the center of this 5 of Wands, it looks like a cross when it's upside down. And when it's right side up. But it's kind of right over the solar plexus, and it's like going halfway up to the throat, right? It's kind of at the heart. And it's like he can't get these words out of his mouth. But he knows that he needs to, and he knows it's like Saturn is directing him to come to you. He may even be talking to his father, or if his father's in spirit, asking for guidance. But there's a kind of a lot of otherworldly realms kind of, I love this card, kind of chiming in here. You know, you see the double rainbow kind of illuminating both sides and leading them down this kind of journey with, it's always with the pillars. So we will have another set of eclipses here soon, September. I think it's actually like right on my birthday or right around it. And dear God, I don't know. if you saw my astrology, you would just be like, how could you survive that? And yet, here I am. So, just like we all are, we've all survived crazy, amazing things that I had to tell my story to someone the other day. And they were like, wow, that's quite a story. It's like a soap opera almost. And yet, here I am. So, let's get some advice. Keep being drawn back. There's, you know, we saw the card behind him, and now there's a rose here, and now he's here. I don't know why that image reminds me of Kanye West for some reason, but I know it has meaning that I don't know. He's like a star man, right? Otherworldly fire dragons, Metatron's retreat, Ascended Master's retreat, the moon, cosmic heart, oh, the Sphinx, Marco, gold ray of Christ. So big cards here. Look at what we have. The sun. Sun is the truth, and the truth is light. Like, it feels light. So the Sphinx energy has always been on Earth and watches over us. The high priest Ra brought it from Atlantis and placed it within the statue of the Sphinx in Egypt. You receive a charge of God force whenever you think about it, so relax and accept it now. The Sphinx contains the 5th dimensional records for Earth and the information within the crystal skulls. You're invited to visit the tunnel from the Sphinx to Hollow Earth, a portal of wisdom linked to the ascended aspect of Mars. From here, you can radiate peace and oneness throughout the universe. I connect to the God force within the Sphinx. I'm going to read the cosmic heart too. But you ask the fire dragons, we have the sun and the moon. Ask any ascended master to take you to their retreat, especially Marco, and it seems Christ and the Sphinx all want to work with you. This card invites you to open your heart fully and tune into the love radiating from Venus, which is the heart center of the universe. Pure unconditional love is held within Venus at a 9th dimensional frequency, a higher frequency we can currently access. The angels are suggesting you find time today to call on Mother Mary or the unicorns, and with their help, you can step down this powerful but gentle love to a level you can handle and bring it into your heart center. Breathe in love from the cosmic heart and radiate it outward to everyone today. I am the cosmic heart. And then blessings pour onto you when you choose this card of unconditional love. The gold ray of Christ is held within its cosmic heart at the 9th dimension. So you got both of these cards, right? The angels ask you to invoke love, wisdom, healing, and protection with this beautiful energy as get to flow through you and surround you with its golden light. When you carry this high frequency force in your aura, you can relax and know you are truly safe. Remember to send the gold ray of Christ to others. I am the gold ray of Christ. And then, of course, the sun. I radiate golden light and take decisive action today. And that is that empowered energy, right? The energy of your divine masculine side of you is able to make decisions and take action for yourself, right? And your divine feminine is able to receive and wait and reflect, right? Just like the moon would. I listen to my divine feminine wisdom. And when we have both, we are truly, you know, balanced and whole and right at that singularity. So that's what they want me to tell you today. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, and I really appreciate it. See you later.